How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical, this is Pathfinder. We're back straight off last episode. The only thing that I did do off camera is I changed up the scales. So Tristan is more going to be our buff and healer, so he's going to have 2 levels of Bless. He's going to have some Cure Light Wounds, so hopefully we can start doing that in combat, which I think that's our weakness. We're not healing people mid-combat, which is obviously letting people drop. Shield of Faith, and that's just to obviously give our front line a bit more defense. Restoration, you just have to need it. And then we've got some protection from evil, protection from alignment. Then this is the one that's changed. So we've gone prayer, so this is obviously going to be a big buff debuff for really big battles. I think this will help us. Gives us and our allies +1 luck and a -1 penalty for our enemies. So nice. And we're going to go with 2 big heals. I didn't really know what else to go with. I think we have enough damage dealers that actually it's probably more important for Tristan to actually heal or buff. Aram, we've changed him as well. I nearly said obviously, it's not. We'll have remove fear because that has caused us problems in the past. He's going to be on the front line, so hopefully he's going to be able to touch the front line people first. I have gone with divine favour in the end. I've gone with 2 of them, just because it will boost him up that little bit. I think the problem is we were getting him casting spells at range, etc., which is obviously we need him to get into combat, where Tristan, I'm fine with him running around trying to heal people, buff people, because actually he's not going to do much damage with his normal attack, where Aram will do a little bit. Number 2, we've literally just gone Bone Shaker across the floor. There wasn't really much else that I wanted here. I'm just quickly looking over. Maybe a couple of restorations, that's always nice. Remove paralysis. That apparently is going to be a problem later, but I'm happy with that at the time being. And then we've obviously 2 animate deads, which is the best skill we've ever seen. That's saved our bacon. We've gone with Dispel Magic. I didn't like the rage effects because obviously it takes everyone into rage and everyone in the area 30 foot, which obviously means anyone that's raging can't cast spells, so it'd basically mess up our backline if we done it wrong. So they are the changes. The last 2 episodes we came off some big fights. It's I think that would be the understatement. This fight was really fun, to be fair. The wolves was just a bit tricky, but they're starting to throw at us trickier fights. We had the wolves where obviously we had a gang of them come up from behind. We had this one when we had to sort of layers to the fight, so there was a couple of levels of spiders. If you haven't seen that episode, definitely watch that, because that was actually just a fun fight. That's it, because we took this resource. I don't want to go back yet. I feel like we can achieve a little bit more, and when we go back we'll make sure that's the time where we spend a lot of time sort of in the kingdom. We'll actually walk around, see everyone, but we're going to get into the action. So have we been here? So we've never been. So a ford across the Skunk River, so I think we'll go there, and plus there's little bits that we haven't explored in this bit anyway. We are going to rest just before we go in, but that's just to get our health back. I hope that's how it works. I'm sure that's how it works. Surely by now I would know that, but to be fair, I think it's all set up to use all their, what's the word, healing before they go to bed, so all the area effects that Tristan and Aram have should be golden. Tristan's alone should be more than enough. What's that there? Don't know. Anyway, continue. Alright, let's see what dangers are in a ford across the Skunk River. I'm like building it up now, like I just love getting lost in this game. It just makes me want to play like D&D. Not that I think I played it like once in school. There was like one cool teacher that like done it with a group of us, but then he got ill. Like he didn't die. It was nothing more, but like that. I think he was just really ill. Are we over encumbered? Should I just drop this? At this stage, I don't think I'm going to miss that amount of gold. And we can always pick it up on the way out, which is a lovely feature that you can actually drop stuff. Bunny rabbit. Used to have a house bunny rabbit. Don't know why I keep calling it bunny rabbit. Oh, there's someone down there. Ooh, there's a wolf.
No stopping now.
Let's just rearrange ourselves. Not that I think it's going to be a problem. But obviously you don't want to get caught out. Is there just the one? Here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Tear them apart!
Right. Here's the problem, because obviously why I'm readjusting is I just don't want them to get into my back line. Alright, so we're going to try actually using some heals. So that's touch range. They are both touch range. So we're not going to blow our load too quick. Arm's already in battle, so he can't really do anything. Do we want to... I think we've got enough wolves here that actually will burn a couple of spells just to sort of help us through. We will get a bless down, because I'm not great at remembering to buff everyone. And she's already gone down, so it just does show that you can get in trouble very quick. We might be able to get one wolf down, but bar that, let's try web. Alright, there we go. So Arim is dead, and we have nothing to raise him. We're going to have to get some spells. I think that's going to be the next sort of top of the list things. There was a lot of wolves that actually came out of there, to be fair to us. I'm getting used to starting episodes just dying straight off the bat. Do you remember in the first couple of episodes where it was like plain sailing, no deaths? That has changed for sure, for sure. But it was my, I suppose I can put it down to my fault again, because I saw that wolf. I could have buffed him going up. It's not laziness, it's just a cobalt.
We can do it.
To victory!
Oh, for God's sake. I don't know why I just think it's going to be the one. I don't know why I do it to myself. Boomsayer. Right, can we just take him out before he can even breathe? That would actually be lovely. So get all of them on them. Valerie, you're running in. You're going to charge. And then we've got Tristan. If Tristan can move up. And then we're going to bless our team. Lovely. Getting hit hard. Lovely. Oh, I thought he went down then. We'll get my character to do that magic missile just because I don't want to use all her tricks up on this little fight. I'm going to put a grease there to just catch him just at the edge of combat. There we go. Amari, if you can rage, that would be beautiful. Don't think we want anything from Tristan. Everyone's health, that is something we're going to have to keep in mind. Tristan, I do want him close to the front line, because I actually am going to want him to start healing people. I said I was going to do it. I need to do it. Alright, let's now start working. Oh, I clicked that wrong. Now let's start working on the kobolds one at a time. Let's see if I just like focusing all on one. There we go, and we can cut through them quite. Right, don't walk through the grease. And then you can charge. Right, don't walk through the grease. This is a mistake that I always make. Just like plodding through the grease. Alright, hopefully. There we go. Aram, you've got enough bone shakers, so do your magic. Bang, that's what we want. So actually we dealt with that much better. Because I've seen in the comments before people say obviously the grease is hindering us more than it's helping us, but a lot of the time it's just because I don't micromanage like that. If you're doing the turn-based, obviously it's easier to move around it because you just have more control. We'll just take the coin. The other stuff really isn't as value. The gnomes fought fiercely, but eventually they were outnumbered by the kobolds. So we've got some spells, which is nice. Fighting the bleaching, interesting. Onions, a rope, belt. Nuts. These nuts! Is that still like a relevant thing to like say? Hey, we got some potions and a crowbar. I did take it, didn't I? As I say it, and I don't actually take it. What is that? A scroll of false life. You harness the power to... You harness the power of unlife to grant yourself limited ability to avoid death. Wow. I wonder if it is as good as what it sounds. Take that, take that, take that. Take all the coinage. Because we are rolling. The camp looks habitable. Its owners must be somewhere nearby. Well, they were. I think the kobolds had them for snacks. I do like kobolds for little lizard men. They're quite... Oh, I've already looted that. Yeah, it was part of the other one. Cool, 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 cool. And I've got to start using that animate dead more. Kobolds' corpses are badly burned by acid and alchemy fire. Okay, that looks like an alchemist bit there, does it not? Mouth-watering brothel is simmering from the pot. This looks like an alchemist bit here, doesn't it? So I wonder if unidentified whoever was in here did it. Right, where's that weapon I just picked up? A monk weapon. I like the idea of monks, but their lack of armour stresses me out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like they just wear like a robe. Alright, no one's in there, so I imagine they must have just killed them all. Interesting. Alright, let's ponder forward. I do know there's large groups of wolves, so I imagine there's going to be more than just the one. But to be fair, I know we'll be able to take it out because we'll just buff a little bit. To be fair, we've got the buffs now. I'm going to drop a quick save. And then we'll just use animate dead and we'll be fine. Because that is just...
No stopping now.
If I could start again, I'd just make like a necromancy character from the start. That'd be like clutch. Skeleton here. You get a skeleton. You get a skeleton. Right. And we can position ourselves much better. Because we know they come at us from... neutral. I was just seeing if it were evil, because if they were, I was going to drop a spell.
Follow me.
Right, let's come down here, because actually we can't see the others. Right, let's come down here. Is there anything I really want to chuck down?
I'm listening.
Straight away. We've already got Bless on us. Shield of Faith on Amari, I guess. Just to give her a bit of, you know, nice protection. Think, think, think. So I should have really started by doing this. That's fine. Right, here come our skeleton pals. Then we're going to get a bone shaker there. We're going to try and take out one. Actually, let's get a grease here. And then you can magic missile. Let's see if we can take one of these wolves out straight out the back. Now I know they've hindered our skeletons. That's my bad. I should have done that properly. Right, there's a wolf that's nearly gone down. What do I want from you? To be fair, can you get another bone shaker on that one? Another wolf down, so I'm not really interested in the down one. There we go, there's another wolf down.
They go down.
Where is Amari? Yeah. I need to remember to click the rage on her. No, I knew she was going to do that. I don't want you to go through the grease. There we go. So it's like I'm actually learning the game, everyone. Are you proud? Well, I'm proud. Look at that. It wasn't that much easier way to do it. Would have been much better if I'd just, like, cast it. cast the Summon Undead before we actually entered the battle for them to like aggro to them first. Are we really overweight? We're overweight by loads. What did I do? Oh no, it's just because Amari is knackered. Yeah, it's going to be like this map, we'll explore the next map, and then we're definitely going back to the castle because we need to sell. We need to find where all these collectibles go. Have you played the game? Like, let me know. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm thinking about just getting rid of them, like dropping them. But I know it's not the thing. And anyway, we've got gold to spend. We have a lot of gold to spend. So we do need to find somewhere to spend it. It's an odd map, doesn't seem like there's much to it. Saying that, we are following a little path. What did we find? Oh! Though outlaws have been vanquished and a rightful government, help the travellers. Oh, okay. I wonder if that's like the alchemist that they said. Okay. I think this should be fairly easy. Where's Tristan? Tristan, can you come forward? Because I'm going to need you. It looks like it's going to be... I'm not sure, but we're going to use prayer. Because it'll buff us all up. Anyway, and I really want to use it because it's a new spell that I haven't used yet. So, oh god, who did that hit? Aram, actually. Do you see what I mean? Like, Aram just needs to get into combat quicker. It's just Octavia that's sort of the odd one out, not really doing much for us, to be honest. Like, she does a little bit, but not as much as I would like, that's for sure. Right. Let's make sure... Right, you're raging, that's the next thing I've got to get on. Because with turn-based, it sort of makes it a little bit easier, per se. Because obviously then you go for it quick, you've got to help us. Oh, looks like there's another fight. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Tartudio. There is, it's Tartudio, isn't it? Why is Tartudio coming down here with kobolds? There's a purple kobold on the riverbank who looks just like your old acquaintance. It's so Tartudio. Oh, it's a shame he wasn't voice acted because his voice actor was really, really good. Unless it is sort of not him, I don't know. Anyway, kobolds want this cart. Kobolds shall have it. By orders of myself, the glorious King Tarchut. Tarchut King! Oh, here we go. This looks like another character. The head of the gnome expedition wipes his brow and glares at the kobold. This bastard was the one talking our ears off while the rest of them were trying to steal our cart. King Tarchut. He looks at us and winks. What do you say to a bit of Renaissance? Tarchudi, I recognise you. What is this new disguise? Why are you not dead? How dare you speak like that to King? Kobolds attack. That's interesting. Because last time when we called him out, he just like came out and was like, yeah, it's me. Not like that, but he's talking different. Or at least maintaining it differently. If that makes sense. It's like before we said, oh, what are you doing, Tarchud? And he's like, what? What? So either that he's... Whoa. Either that or he's just got better at... God knows. Okay, so they've got a speed bonus. But I can raise undead, so we'll call it quits. Well, the game seems really sped up. Don't know if that's just me. Anyway, we're probably going to be too slow, but if we get healing on Amari, we can bring her back up though. If Tristan's healing, yep. This is a different... Hopefully I can get her up properly. Another healing spell. Oh, look at that. We've never been able to do that before. We've actually been able to heal someone mid-combat. Look at that. Right, get off healing. Let's chuck down a blast. Actually waited for the blast, but that's fine. I think we've done this relatively okay, to be fair. There we go. No, he's just getting mullered. See you soon enough. This is not... Why did he want this cart? I suppose it's the bigger question, maybe? But anyway, let's loot, because that's what you do before you talk to anyone. You loot all their stuff. But I think that's the first time in combat. Well, I think we have healed people in combat before. I sort of gave up because it... Especially with the scrolls, it seemed to take like a silly amount of time. That was yellow. Maybe it's not a new character. Maybe it's just a NPC. Oh, yeah, help him. Okay, so while the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and originally punching their unwelcome gates right in their dragonish snouts, the cart was all but forgotten. The unwitting cause of the fight. It was being dragged away by the scared ponies when it slid down the ford, sinking all the way to the coachman's seat in the river. This is where the Skunk River flows into Tuskwater. We've been to Tuskwater before. And the current becomes excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn and turbulent. Having taken hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, an extremely loud and crabby fella, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Round of applause. Faces red and grunted from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. God, this is a big... Oh, I thought this was going to be a big scroll. Oh, God. Get off. Look, why is it doing that? Get off. Just then, a package fell into the water with a heartbreaking splash. It vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 metres down the river. No! The head of the gnome expedition moaned as he glowered at the package. That was Alchemy and Life, the latest issue. After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerve. Swivelling their ears and twitching, they tried to chew through the reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them. The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied as he shouted. So we set a crowbar under the cart's wheels. One of us try... Well, we've got a crowbar, so I think we'll do the crowbar. It seems to have worked. Anyway, while the gnomes were busy fighting, the kobolds furiously cursing... No, we've done that, but... There we go. Set under the wheel, the crowbar wedged into position against the stones on the riverbed, making the progress of pulling the cart out of the water easier. So... Makes sense having Amari. Ooh! Amari tripped on the edge of the cart and fell awkwardly off on the roof, startling an already frightened ponies even more. The ponies twitched nerve. Oh god, she's just failed everywhere. We tied a rope to the cart. 1, 2, 3, and the rope was securely tied to the cart, making it easier to pull out. A good lesson for every adventurer: never leave home without a rope. Gather our strength, we begin to pull the cart from the river. Ready? Ah, my foot! The head of the gnome expedition yelled, his face red and angry. With help like this, my possessions will be down the river in a flash. Yeah, this isn't our finest hour, is it? Just go to the camp, or find those runaway ponies, or find some other way to help. Gods. So... Oh, there we go. So we tried to pull out. So the cart creaked and cracked, sounding as though it were sobbing. The board strained against the combined stress of the running water's pull, against everyone trying to pull the cart ashore. Unfortunately for the cart, both sides were of equal strength. Something had to be done or the poor cart would be torn to pieces. Alright, so we've got intelligent, charisma, athletics. Just need to pull harder. Seems there's a little sense in wedging. Yes. Failed. This isn't going well. I think we've... Oh no, we didn't even help save the cart. We failed. Oh no. La 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 la. The gnome that stands before you wears dirty and ragged clothes. They used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are long gone. His black hair is matted and a deep, fresh scratch across his cheek. Despite of this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and even manages to maintain a superior manner.
Jubilost Nartropple, a humble servant to no one. Oh, too bad your grace proved to not be capable enough to save my cart. Well, one shouldn't expect a faster reaction from a baron himself. After all, it's common knowledge that titled persons usually hire a bunch of advisors to do all the thinking for them. So, they must have some other bunch to jump in the rivers and save carts.
I like his voice, it reminds me of someone.
By the way, it's a shame no one organised a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation. Well, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant?
I think I'm in love with him.
Sounds like your servants are nothing but tools to you. Truly, with masters like that, being a servant is not much of an improvement over being a slave.
Oh.
What's this then? Huh. Run along, little girl, the grown-ups are talking.
So, you're not only arrogant, but a boorish swine as well. Why am I not surprised at all?
Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travellers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment.
What's a kobolds are like scared of bridges?
So, how did you say your barony was called? No, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them the End of All Roads. Dirt Beyond. I guess it's a fitting name.
He's not very charming. The gnome fell silent at last. He just watches you with his shifty eyes, opening and closing his mouth, as if he wants to say something more, but hasn't come up with it yet.
Think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
I love Valerie.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
Valerie blushes even more and turns away. It seems to you the gnome has stepped on her toes. Some of Value's content you seem pretty to make superficial judgments.
Oh, is that so? I would deem it necessary to inform you that...
Please, don't waste your words and time on this buffoon, especially because of me.
Hello, Valerie. You don't talk rubbish about my Valerie. Yeah, what are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveller, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you?
Yeah, National Alchemy is big on my reading list.
Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea?
I don't even know what that means.
Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states.
Yeah, that sounds...
Didn't read any of these? Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
So, yeah, what's a famous person doing this far from civilization?
I pursued two objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independents. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too.
Is that a thank you? I don't know.
Anyway, I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
What is this outpost? Is that what Aram was on about or not?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony and still you know nothing about the lands you own. I'll have to enlighten you on the subject.
Please do.
You see, long ago there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected Five Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of
Interesting.
these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilost. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same thing. So I'm looking for the Troll's Lair. Maybe we're looking for the same place. Let's join efforts.
You seem to be a capable companion, but I'll pass for now. I still have to count my losses after the river took my cart and all my stuff.
Oh, I wonder if I can't. I reckon it's like a... If I could have saved his cart, I'd get him now, but otherwise I might get him later. Is it possible it's now used for trolls as a
Why
lair?
not? Dwarves like being underground, trolls like being underground too. It's quite possible after dwarves left, their warm and cozy place fell into the hands of less attractive creatures.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll let you know.
I would be grateful. I'll stay here for a while. I need to sort things out.
Interesting. Show that, yeah, because that's... I was going to say that is with to do with Aram as well. We over encumbered. Not by much. I dropped 4. Locate the outpost, yeah. Get right onto that. That is on my to-do list. We're gonna have to go sell. I think actually after this, I think go back to the kingdom and sell. And find if anyone wants, because we still got all these like collection things. So we're gonna find who wants them.
Onwards.
Rather than just like getting rid of them just for the hell of it. We haven't dropped a little autosave in a while. Some ponies. Oh, I think these are the freaked out ponies. Yep. Leave the ponies alone. Just like chilling now as we're like gracefully walking around. Got animate. Undead, I'm not worried. As everything appears. We haven't got animate undead. Oh, some kobolds. I think we'll go in on... No, I want everyone. I think we'll go in on the wolves. Let's get a bone shaker. Let's get a magic missile because we're going to rest after this. Another magic missile. Not really too much you can do, but you can heal, so you need to be closer up to the front line than what you're doing now.
Go down!
If you can heal her, I doubt you're going to have time. Yep. Look at this, we're healing. We're making all the difference because we're healing.
I'll fight if I have to.
All my spells are gone. I got that, but that always misses. Fire that on that one. Boom goes the dynamite. So it always... Oh, that was a big hit. So now we've got one weak one to deal with. Easy peasy, cobalt easy. Oh no, we got some loot. Hey, you got a new recipe. Look at us, we're moving up in the world.
It is done. My search was not.
Not just where we came down here. Oh, another pendant. See, an antiques collector, that's what we've got to find. So we're going to have to hope that there's one in the castle. There must be. You can't just carry these around forever, look. One by one, hurrah, hurrah. The group walked one by one through the woods, hurrah. Tristan slipped and Amari fell. Our mate to Harry. Bell? What is going on? Right.
Share your trouble.
Can we drop a little healing? Use Arms because it's not so bad to waste his. Right. Everyone's blessed. Yeah, we should be fine.
We will prevail.
There's a few of them, but saying that we've got no magic or anything. Got this, but Scorching Ray just seems to always miss. Evil. Yeah, just give Amari a little help. She's already like hit the floor. She can't rage. It's vastly disappointing, I can assure you. Right. I think it is time for Web O'Clock. He's actually run a bit of trouble. There we go. Aram, my man, there's not really too much you can do. Tristan, you've used all your tricks. We can do a little fire elemental. Might be able to give us a bit of help. Tavia, not too much you can do. Do vital sensors. And then you're going to have to do a Scorching Ray, but I know it's going to miss. Oh, and died. Yeah. See, I could probably rest and do it. I think what we're probably going to do is just head back to the castle. Just to sell and re-gear, because it's getting to the point where actually... Oh, I need to do all that again. It's fine, I'll come back to this bit. Was there more? Oh, I thought this was going to be a long stretch. Yeah, we're going to get back to the castle. We need to sell, because this walking lark is just... not part of the deal, really, is it? Oh, missed all that. Is that the one that's worth 300 coins? Yes, please. Daddy wants you. Just making sure none of these are like masterwork that we're leaving. There we go, 100 coins. 100 coins. I can't remember if I said before, but I did buy like masterwork weapons on everyone that hasn't got like magical stuff. But we're going to head back to the kingdom. We haven't been back for a while, to be fair, anyway. So I wonder if that troll place is just going to appear, or is it going to be like one of these, but we have to actually go into it to actually find it? I'm not really sure. But we've been away from the kingdom for like a week or so, I think. Ooh, interesting. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this! Do we want to go to the tavern? Let's go to the main square. So we need to find someone that does all these antiques. Like, we're going to have to talk to like everyone. I hope not. I think that is what we're going to have to do. It's not like there's going to be an icon or anything like that. But it gives us a chance to actually explore and whatnot, because we need to find a merchant anyway. I haven't even checked. Good day to you, Your Grace. I'm miles away from a level up. So do like good level up. Can I see on the map? So into the house. So we got a travelling merchant, I think we're going to have to go talk to them.
No stopping now.
Just citizens. The Baron himself. I wonder if it's one of these. So what do you do? Your Grace, the best wares? Let's see what you have. Oh, look at all this. Chain skirt +2. Leather armour +2. Oh, belts and... Jeez, look at this. Cloak of Shadows. That'd be good for a rogue. Look at all this. Another bag of holding. Build points. Oh, yeah, because they're the points that we need to do stuff. Gotcha. Dinosaur bones. Jeez. Bag of holding. That's 25 pounds. Too rich for my blood. So we're keeping the cold iron, apparently. Get rid of the scythe. And the short spear. Is this just a merchant? A merchant would pay well. 30 coins, alright. I don't actually think we've got that much to sell. It's just getting rid of these collectibles. Looks like we've got absolutely loads. Don't even know if we've got them all. Yep, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Crossbow, bolts, all these little pearls and gems and rings and belts. The practicality of like cutting belts off everyone to like sell. So I don't know if that's a bit like weird. Like, hang on guys, I'm just going to cut this guy's belt off to sell it at a merchant. Because I know what merchants like more than anyone. And that is a good belt cut off a dead man. Dead man's belt. I want all of that. I want it all. I want it all. And I think I want it now. Okay, so we got some other merchants. Your Grace, welcome. What do you want? Scrolls? So you do scrolls. Show me your wares. Lots of scrolls. Nice. Nice. Are you weapons again? Let's see your goods. Oh no, he does sell different stuff. Look at that. Mithril. Full plate. Adamanto. Jeez. I might have to like Google like who the collector is. Travelling merchant. There's two people over here, so I'll talk to them, and if they're not them, because otherwise I'm at a loss. So we've got travelling. Look at your wares. Brilliant. Glad I spoke to you. That's a cleric. What services do you offer? I'm in help of a cleric. Okay, so you do all these sort of spells. Diamond Dust. Scroll of a Tome. Have they got any Raised Dead? So we could actually do with a Raised Dead. Raised Dead, that's a lot of coinage. That's a lot of coinage. Well, I think we're going to leave it here for today, and then hopefully I'm going to Google and find out where this collectionist person thing is. Anyway, catch you next time, guys. If you got to this point in the video, leave a sub, leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch you next time. Stay shining? Smiling? I don't know. Bye.